Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Montcast. There's no episode spotlight, so let's get into it. As for what's popular, same old. To the point where I might just get rid of this segment unless there's noteworthy news in it. But yeah, Far Cry 5 still holding down top spot, as you would expect. Dota 2 got a significant bump after the World Championships have been getting a lot of publicity. So those of you who don't know, they announced that the Dota 2 World Championships are going to be in Vancouver. Mainstream media calls this the Super Bowl of Esports, which I find hilarious, but essentially that is what it is. It sold out very quickly. The last couple of days of the week-long World Championship event, so lots of publicity there leads to lots of people playing the game. Your news game this week is Toxic. It caught my eye because it has the tagline, "Frag like it's 1999. Toxic plays as if today's military shooters never existed, and it's designed as a spiritual successor to the FPS giants of the late 90s and early 2000s. You're either very interested at this point, or you're never going to be interested, so I'm just going to leave it there. And there's a free-to-play version on Steam. I'll leave a link in the episode description if it does pique your fancy. So, video game news. I'm not gonna lie, it was extraordinarily depressing to read video game news this week. Lots of out-of-game violence, but not really gonna get into that here. I stand corrected. Last week, I reported on an Overwatch developers update that the way I said it would have led someone to believe that the update was live. It was not. It was announced, but it has not come out yet. I'm referring to the Overwatch developer update and the feature Avoid as Teammate. It is not live yet. It is coming soon, but it's not live yet. Rumors are starting to swirl about the PlayStation 5, but no actual details have been confirmed. Overwatch has a Blackwatch event coming up, and they've revealed more details on what Blackwatch is, as far as the story is concerned. And they made big news about it. Pretty much everywhere that Overwatch is even remotely was talking about this. So obviously there's some genuine interest in the story behind Overwatch and the characters therein. Let's see, Hearthstone New Year events continue. The card rotation is coming up any day now. The new cards are going to rotate in, and cards that were introduced 2 years ago are going to rotate out. You're still getting card packs for completing quests, I believe. That's going on for a couple more days, but it's an exciting time if you are genuinely interested in playing Hearthstone, even as a casual player. PAX East is going on right now, so I'll have a better opportunity to wrap that up next episode. So any news that comes out of that, you can expect to hear that next Friday. Spider-Man's PlayStation 4 has its release date confirmed. That release date is September 7th. And April Fool's brought its usual foolery, but anyone who checked the date would have known that some of these stories were very obviously April Fool's jokes. Like, WoW is not about to introduce a Battle Royale mode. Or at least I hope not. But yeah. So that's video game news. Alright, your indie game this week is Welcome to the Game 2, and that's a Roman numeral 2. It's an atmospheric horror strategy puzzle game. Essentially, you play the role as an investigative reporter trying to solve a case about a mysterious woman broadcasting for help as masked men are on the hunt to kill her. And I saw some of my friends playing this on Twitch, and it's exactly what it sounds like. It's just another one of those games, but this one looks kind of, I don't know what's different about it, to be honest, but it caught my eye, and more of my friends anyways, were playing this one instead of any of the other games right in this niche genre. So there's something intriguing about it. I just can't quite put my finger on it yet, and maybe I'll have to play it in order to figure that one out. So here we are at Esports, and I'm gonna start with a trigger warning. If you do not want to hear the first story in Esports, I will leave a timestamp in the episode description. You can skip to that timestamp and avoid hearing the first story here, but a word of warning, it does deal with violence, and I'm definitely not talking about the video game violence. If that feels like too much work, you can just skip the next 30 to 45 seconds of the episode. I'll give you a chance to do that before I get into the story. So Doublelift is one of North America's best League of Legends players. He has been for some time now, and he is going through struggles I can't even imagine. His brother has been arrested after attacking his parents. Unfortunately, their mother did not survive the attack, and his father was severely injured. Doublelift is playing in the North American League of Legends Championships this weekend, and if you can send him your love and support on social media, that would be greatly appreciated on a lot of fronts. So, on with the rest of esports. As I just mentioned, the North American League of Legends Spring Split Championships happen this weekend. The third place match happens tomorrow, that's Saturday, and it is Team Echo Fox versus Team Clutch Gaming. And the championship final is on Sunday. 100 Thieves will play Doublelift's Team Liquid for the North American title. In Europe, same days, the third place match, Team Splice versus Team Vitality, and the championship final over there is G2 and Fnatic on Sunday. In Korea, League of Legends, KT beat SKT in round 2 of the Korean playoffs, and now they will move on to place the Afrika Freaks in the what is effectively the semi-final of the Korea ladder gauntlet style playoffs. LPL, which is China, is not yet into their playoffs, but I believe they start either this weekend or next weekend. But when they start, I'll report it. Overwatch League Stage 3 is here, and we are finally past the halfway mark of the inaugural season of the Overwatch League. Lots of roster shuffles, my goodness. The Shanghai Dragons are like a whole different team. 5 players out of the 6 that are on a team that play at any given time. 5 players are new to playing for the Dragons this split. They had a lot of hype. For those of you who don't know, the Shanghai Dragons have played 20 matches and lost 20 matches so far, and, well, 21 now. But there was a lot of hype for the first match of Stage 3, that they were potentially going to beat the Dallas Fuel, that was going through a lot of struggles of their own. But unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on who you cheer for, the Fuel came out on top there. But it does look like the Dragons are good enough to finally start getting some match victories this stage. So that's exciting. Overwatch League All Access Pass has been announced. If you go to the Overwatch League Twitch channel on a browser, you can preview it. There's a lot that comes with it, but for your viewing experience, it's got lots of backstage, player cams, alternate camera angles other than just the original broadcast. Right there on Twitch, you get a bunch of in-game loot. You get skins and such, a player icon, and an in-game tag. You get, I believe, a global badge on Twitch. You get a bunch of emotes, including golden emotes for all the teams, and a bunch of cute little Overwatch emotes in addition to that on Twitch. And it is free until, I believe, May 15th, or you can just go ahead and buy it for $29.99 US, or if you are a Twitch Prime member, you get $10 off. So there's that. If you're a super fan of Overwatch League, you probably want it. If not, you probably don't, is the TLDR there. The NBA 2K draft is complete. I am not going to run down the list in any extensive order. Dimes, as expected, did go first overall to Mavs, GG, and Dallas. And I'm honestly not sure what my interest level for this league is going to be. I'm obviously going to cheer for my local team, Raptors Uprising Gaming Club, because I am a Toronto area resident. That is my basketball team, and it just makes sense that'll be my NBA 2K team. But at the end of the day, I'm not sure what my interest level for the league in general is going to be. But it is exciting because if Esports does make it to the Olympics, NBA 2K is the front-running game, I would say. The most likely game to be included in the Olympics. So it does have that going for it. Roster shuffles in several esports, including most notably Cloud9's Counter-Strike Global Offensive team. Stewie 2K is confirmed to go to SK Gaming. Skadoodle is not going to be playing, and there's rumors to who might replace him, but nothing's confirmed yet. I believe Cloud9's next tournament is IEM Sydney. That'll be on May the 4th it starts, so probably by then we'll know what the new Cloud9 looks like. Once again, no listener questions, but please subscribe so you never miss an episode. And before you go, please download and listen to Montcast on the Radio Public app for Android and iOS. I get paid every time you listen to an episode of Montcast on the Radio Public app. And if you listen to 3 episodes, I get a one-time loyal listener bonus. So if it makes little or no difference to you, I'd really appreciate you downloading the Radio Public app on your Android or iOS device and listening there. It really means a lot. And thank you to Approaching Nirvana once again for letting me use the wonderful Approaching Nirvana music as background music to another episode of Montcast. See you next week.